Hey, 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 my friends. Circling around, getting ready to come on in. Okay, live we are. Let's see, today is Tuesday, and do you know what the numbers are for today? 2, 22, 22. That's pretty freaking cool, right? February 22nd, 2022. 2, 22, 22. Bam! How often does that happen? All right. Hey, so welcome to another lively conversation. I am Paulette Rees-Denis. I am your lifestyle and business coach for creative women in the midst of change, in the midst of trying to get out of overwhelm and chaos into your creative zone of genius, your abundance, your freedom to be able to fly your freak flag and live the life of your dreams the way you want it, with feminine intuitive grace and feminine beauty and feminine power. To move forward with grace, with intention. That's what I help you do as a life coach. I love it. I love it. I love to see my people making those changes and stepping into their abundance and their dreams and desires and making it happen. It's pretty freaking cool. So, welcome. And when you come in, please let me know you're here and where you're from. And even if it's after the fact, if you're watching the replay, I still love to know what your thoughts are, your questions, that you are here, and that this is being helpful for you. Because I love to be of service and I love to share the wisdom and the advice and the tools for clarity, for change, for self-care. Now, this is one of the things we're talking about every day. This week is epic self-care. It's a challenge, but it's also a journey back to yourself, a journey back to you falling in love with yourself, back to your joy and your pleasure, and back to living life. We have gotten so caught up, so so many of us have been living in fear for the last couple of years, isolation. Maybe we've lost our jobs, lost our families, lost our friends, lost what we knew. So now we're stepping into something new. And this is your time to make those changes. I love it. So I love giving you tools and snippets of ideas for inspiration for you to reconnect with yourself. Like I said, to fall back in love with yourself. And one of those tools is using a journal and writing every day. Whether you're a writer, quote unquote, or not, doesn't matter. This is an idea of reconnection. This is an idea of taking time for yourself to get your thoughts from the body to the page. It flows through you when you sit down and get present and allow that to happen. How many of you have a journaling practice or used to or would like to have it or have never done it? I mean, I'd love to know where you are in that realm. I know a lot of people have had one in the past and they just have kind of let it go. Some people are like hardcore journaling every day, which is pretty much me, which I've been doing for about the past 25 years or so, or longer. But what it does is bring clarity, bring release, an emotional release. Think about releasing it out of your brain and out of your body and put it on the page. And it just brings you into your present moment. It's giving yourself time. It's giving yourself space. It's honoring yourself. And say, these are the things that are important to me. I've got a bunch of crazy, chaotic monkey mind chatter going on in my brain. I need to release it so I can move forward. I need to figure out what's the most important thing for me so I can move forward. I want to lay down a plan. I mean, the journaling can be anything. And I talked about this yesterday, and part of the challenge was to journal for the next 3 days. Your 3 pages of the morning pages, a la Julia Cameron, and see what it feels like to start rebuilding a practice or starting a new practice, or just getting accountability for starting that practice and getting those words from the body to the page, which is what I call my journaling class that I have every Tuesday afternoon at 3 o'clock on Zoom, which you are all invited to. As a matter of fact, you get your first class for free. You just have to message me so I can get you set up, and I would love to have you join us. It's an hour-long class on Tuesdays at 3 o'clock California time, Pacific time. And we write and we share and we laugh and we cry, and it is incredible. Because when you give yourself time to sit down and let those emotions, let those feelings, let those words, whether they be your to-do lists or your I don't know what the fuck to write list, and that happens sometimes, it still releases. It's an emotional release as well. It can be a physical release. It can be a spiritual release. It can become a prayer. Wherever you go, there's no wrong or right. It's just you sharing part of yourself to the page, right? So what I want to do today is just give you a couple writing prompts and show you what I'm talking about. Now, we don't have a whole lot of time to do this, so I'm going to give you the prompts. I'll give you a couple minutes to write them. And you can always go back after we're done today. You can go back and spend some time. But what I love about this kind of practice is that it's a stream of consciousness flow. There's no editing. There's no spell checking. You just allow yourself to write whatever comes to mind. And you will surprise yourself, especially once you get into the practice. I've seen my students just go, wow, I just wrote this incredible epic poem, or here's this incredible story, or what a great character, or I feel so good I got that stuff out of my body. So, how's that sound? How's that sound, my friends? Again, I'd love to know when you're here and what's happening. And okay, let's start with the first prompt. In this moment, I feel blank. So go in and go, how do I feel? I'll give you just like a minute to start writing that. Maybe I should get my timer out. In this moment, I feel what? And not just one word, but let it go. Let it flow. Okay. So my next question to you, well, we're not quite over, well, we're probably a little bit past a minute since I got started late. But it's so good to acknowledge how you feel. You feel great, you feel shitty, you feel on fire, you feel ready for change. You know, get into the words. What do you want? So my next question is, how do you want to feel? So it might be very different than how you are feeling. So how do you want to feel? Go. 1 minute. Oh, and I just love it when you guys get all juiced up and then you start writing and you realize you could keep writing. And you like, then you go, whoa, I just wrote that. That's pretty amazing. It's very cool. And now here is a biggie. I'm going to give you a biggie. No, keep writing. We're not at a minute yet. Sorry, I'm getting excited. How do you want to feel? Okay, great, perfect. All right, now we're going to get into some sensations. So these are just kind of quickies. Okay, the color of joy is what? The color of joy. See, I'm writing along with you because it always changes. The taste of friendship. The smell of love. All right. Bam. See? You just got to go. You just got to release it without thinking too hard or editing yourself or even calling on that inner critic, which we don't want to talk to. We don't even want to deal with that inner critic. To allow yourself to flow, allow yourself to feel and release. And then, again, empowering yourself with your words. Thoughts become words, become things. And this is just a sampling, you guys. This is just a sampling of the things you can write every day. And maybe you don't even need prompts. Maybe you just want to sit down and write. But this is a good way to get you started. And this is what we do in my journaling class, although we have more time. We actually have an hour. And then we share with each other as well, which is also like super awesome in this beautiful magical circle of writing women, journaling women. Okay, here's your last prompt. I just want you to experience this. And this is something you're going to take home with you and you're going to work on later. I want to live in a world where. I want to live in a world where blank. You can go off on that one. I want you to riff. Go on a diatribe. I want to live in a world where what? What do you want? Where do you want to live? How do you want to live? What are your values? What do you honor? What are you inspired by? Oh, okay. Keep going. Keep the pen on the page. That's really important. Oh, all right, we're coming up to the end of our time together, my friends. So you got a few prompts in there. And then, like I said, I would love if you want to come and try my journaling class, you get the first class free if you haven't been there before. And check it out. Otherwise, it's $27 a month for one class a week, an hour a week of a beautiful connection with yourself and with our circle of creative women writers, journalers. And I'm also ready to offer you a free Chaos to Creativity consult if you want to step further into your life, into your dreams, and start to make some changes. As a coach, that's what I do. So I can offer that to you, a 30-minute free phone call or a Zoom call. And let's see what's next for you. Meanwhile, I'm happy you're here, and I love to hear your comments, your questions, what you come up with today. So today is kind of our journaling week. Like I said yesterday, I said in the self-care tips is to journal for the next 3 days, 3 pages a day. Just do it. Just do it. Then today was to write your heart out. And this is part of this, is write your feelings, write your emotions, write your true self. Express what you want to say. There's no right or wrong. No one's judging you. Remember that. There's no judgment here. But it's learning to fall back in love with yourself and see what you love and what's important and what you value and what you feel and how you want to feel. If you're not feeling that way, how do you want to feel? And then also in the journaling class, we play with words. So it's not always like super deep dives. Sometimes it's poetic text, and sometimes it's, supernatural ideas. Sometimes we pull a card, like an oracle card or whatever, and we riff on that. So there's a lot of different strategies and ideas in this class. But again, it's about connection with yourself. Falling back in love with yourself, being your own best friend, and taking really good care of yourself. All right, my friends, let me know if I can help you with anything. If you have any questions, please post in the comments and post your answers. I'd love to see what you write. It makes me so happy to see what you come up with. All right, until tomorrow, 9:30 tomorrow, I'll see you again right here. All right, have a blessed day.